Hey guys, it's Terry. I'm back. Well, I'm still in the ER. I've been admitted, and I'm waiting for them to clean my room up on the 6th floor, which is taking forever. Um, I'm gonna let you guys know a little bit about me. My name's Terry. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Born and raised. Never really been too far away from the state. I mean, I've been to Florida and a couple other states, but um, yeah, I wasn't really much for traveling, even though I would really like to. Um, I didn't graduate. I got kicked out and got my GED, and I'm in college right now, finishing up my bachelor's, and it's been a roller coaster ride. I think back in 2019, I ended up getting COVID before anyone knew what it was, and I was a smoker, but I was functioning. I could run, jump, do everything, and I wouldn't be out of air. And I remember I went to bed one night, and when I woke up the next morning, I couldn't breathe. Um, I ended up going to my mom's house, and she was freaked out because I was sweating and gasping for air, and I didn't know what was going on. And she was like, "Let me see your finger. Put it in this pulse ox, and let me see what your oxygen is." I did. My oxygen was like 82, which is really bad. And I remember she told me to get to the hospital, and I did. And they did all kinds of tests on me, and come back, and they told me, you have advanced COPD and chronic congestive heart failure. And I was put on oxygen from that day on, and it's been miserable ever since. Like, being on oxygen all this time, not being able to do things I want to do. They had me on steroids for 3 years straight, and I ended up getting up to 400 pounds. I'm down to 330, and I'm still losing. But it's been really hard. Back in 2020, my mom had end-stage COPD, and she had She had COVID-19, and it was a month before the vaccines came out. And every year on my birthday, my mom was always in the hospital. No matter what, she would always find a reason to be in the hospital. But it was sad because I remember my mom looked at me and she didn't know who I was, and she said, "I want to go be in heaven with my mom and dad." And she looked at me like she didn't even know me. And it broke my heart because me and my mom had some issues before she passed away. And it was really hard not to have those issues fixed before she passed. And then watching my dad struggle after my mom died. My dad was my hero growing up. He was a fighter. He was a 2-time Golden Gloves boxing champion. He got shot 6 times, stabbed 22, died on the tables 3 times, and came back. Um, my dad was an addict all of his life, and any drug he can get his hands on, he was good with. And it was hard watching him destroy himself. But I remember the first fight I got into, I got jumped by 6 kids. And my dad beat the living piss out of me when I got home. I was 10 years old, and I remember he shattered my orbital, cracked my sternum, and drugged me out and made me fight those kids one-on-one. And I never lost another fight. I never started another fight, but I always finished it. And my dad's father didn't know how to love him and treat him, and my dad had problems with it, and he caught on to it at the end of life. But I remember I was in the hospital with pneumonia, and it was April. It was, like I said, 4 months after my mom passed. And my kids were living with him because they were of age, and they were out hanging out with their friends. And my dad's like, "I'm just real lonely." And I was like, "Dad, you can't blow my phone up while the doctors and nurses are in the room with me." I was like, just leave me a message and I swear I'll call you back. I was like, there ain't nothing I wouldn't. I love talking to my dad. He was a funny person, but you couldn't bring up my mom after she passed because he would just shut down. But he was just like, your sisters aren't talking to me no more. And he's like, I'm just real lonely. And I was like, well, tomorrow I get out of the hospital and I'll come spend 2 weeks with you. We'll watch some boxing, we'll play some cards, we'll get caught up. And he was like, I'm gonna like that. He's like, I can't wait. We got off the phone and he called me right back. And I was like, Dad, we just talked about this. And he was like, I just wanted to tell you that I love you. And I went to the house the next day after I got out, and my dad took his own life. My cousin gave him every drug he wanted under the sun. But when his screen test or his drug test come back, this doctor's screen, it came back positive for meth, fentanyl, perk, spikes, morphine, and alcohol. And I just remember my dad was laying down on his bed like he always did, on his side, watching TV, and the house stunk so bad. And I knew my dad was gone. And that's why I say, if your parents are still here today, love them as much as you can, because you never know how much time you got with them. Me, I don't know how much time I got left myself on this planet. And it scares me because I know my mortality's up. And I got on YouTube because I wanted to do something, leave some type of legacy and do something bigger than I am. And be there for people that needed me if they ever did. Whether it be them being recovering addicts or them needing someone to talk to or hear them or anything. Just be there for them if they do need anything. Like me, I can't afford most of my prescriptions because the government doesn't care about people. They care about making money, and that's all they care about. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. I'm a liberal, for fuck's sakes. Not like most liberals. I believe in gun rights, and I believe in a lot of other rights, but I believe those rights should be protected, and I believe the people that cherish those rights need to understand that if you own guns and you have people in your family that have mental health issues, lock those guns up, because if not, you should be held liable if they commit crimes because you knew about it. It's simple, man. It's simple. Take care of your guns, lock them up, and know where they are. Keep kids away from them that don't need to be near them. Because kids are more likely to pull a gun on you or a knife on you than fight you. It's not like it used to be like when you win or lost fights with your hands, man, you fought your heart out, but at least you fought. No matter if you won or lost, at least you showed you had heart. Now people are willing to put a bullet in your head for less than anything. And it's because the whole bullying thing got out of hand and people don't care. I don't know. Life's just so crazy anymore. But yeah, I was a liberal, but I don't believe in any of that anymore because whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. If you're left or right, they want you to keep looking left or right and not looking down the middle where you're seeing all the bad shit happen. They don't care about you. They don't care about your families. They don't care about anything other than themselves and making themselves more money. But, yeah, if you can tell, I'm just a rambler. But I love you guys and thank you for giving me a reason to do something. If you would please subscribe, like, share, comment. I'd like to get monetized so I can afford some of my medications that I'm not able to now, or even some of the medical equipment I need that I can't afford because I get $967 a month for my Social Security because they lost 15 years of my work history. They got 15 years of my taxes for those work history that's lost, but it's crazy. But I don't care who you are. If you ever need me, I'm here for you. I'll listen to you. I'll talk to you. It doesn't matter. Everyone matters. It doesn't matter who you are. Um, but I'm gonna get off here. I think I rambled enough, and you guys are probably already getting tired of me. But I love you guys, and thank you for even listening to 30 seconds of what I had to say. It makes me feel like I have something I can do now. Thank you all. And I'm more eternally grateful than you guys will ever know. I love you guys. Have a wonderful morning. And hold the people that you love closest to you and love them with everything you got. Peace out.